Invincible Athletes, this is Alan La here, and welcome to today's episode. Now, have you ever had the experience where you've got an important event coming up, right? Let's say it could be a grading in training, a grading or a competition or a tournament that you're about to go through, or it could be in your career. Let's say you have a job interview or an important meeting that you need to go smooth and go well. Or it could be in your social life, right? Let's say you have a date that's coming up, an exciting date, and you really like this person and you really want it to go well. You have this important event coming up and you want it to go well, but you know you're going to do well, but in the back of your head, you're still worried, you're anxious, or you're scared of failing, you're scared you're going to screw up, right? So in this video, I'm going to show you the psychology behind that, how to calm your mind, and we'll give you 4 tips on how to perform at your best. Now, Invincible to me is not just about doing martial arts, lifting weights, getting stronger, and unlocking cool moves. It's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle where you perform at your best. That's why it's our mission here to give you the tools, the inspiration, and the roadmap to perform at your best, so that way you can unlock amazing things, you achieve amazing things physically and mentally and in your life, because then that way you can go out there and inspire the people around you. So that's why sometimes these videos you may see may not only be just about training, but I'll give you a couple of tips, invincible mindset tips on how to perform at your best. But before we do that, I want to do a couple of quick shout outs to some of our amazing members who have achieved amazing things in the last few weeks. So first off, in our juniors program, we have Hannah. Hannah is in our higher level. Now Hannah has, she skipped a couple of gradings because she felt she wasn't ready, right? I'm proud of her because she recently got her letter to do her grading. And I think it's almost a year since she hasn't graded. And Hannah's in our Storm team, and that's so cool because she represents determination. She shows that no matter what level you're at, right? It's all about patience, it's all about hard work, it's about dedication, right? And so this journey here, martial arts, it's in the individual's journey, right? It's not always about leveling up and moving up fast, but it's about maintaining that spirit and maintaining that determination and always trying to improve. And that's the biggest thing that's inspiring. So congratulations to Hannah for getting your letter finally, and then getting ready to move up to the next level. Quick couple of shout outs to our adults program. Fran. Now Fran, a couple of months ago, she came up to me, she said that she went to the doctors. Now the doctor said she very close to getting osteoporosis, right? And so she needs to train, but also take it easy in training. So she let us know as coaches, just any high impact stuff, we'll take it easy, but we still need to build strength. We need to work on weight training to build strength in the bones. And then just I think about a week or 2 weeks ago, she came up to me and she says, after a couple of weeks of training with us, amazing results. She's improved her bone density by 13%. And now she's in the clear, she's healthy, she's on the right track. So Fran, I'm so proud of you. You always come to train with determination, ready to take on anything that we give you. So proud of those results, and keep it up. Another member is from our online program, Michelle. Michelle just recently joined us. She's all the way from Canada. She's been following us for years now and watching our YouTube channels and videos and stuff like that. And finally, she's got the opportunity to train with us. And I saw a video of her just yesterday, actually, unlocking her Cheat 720. So that's amazing. That's so cool. So just doing the online classes with our coaches, she's getting unlocking the progressions of the moves, and then finally unlocking. Now she's got to clean it up. So Michelle, saw your kick, beautiful kick. Now you just got to get your landing there. I'm so proud of the speed at which you get these results, and especially our online program. We're seeing it's so cool to train with people all over the world and seeing you guys get amazing results, same as what we were able to achieve at Invincible HQ. So this is very inspiring. This is what we're about, trying to help you unlock the next level of your skills, wherever you are, take it to the next level. So in that way you can feel inspired, feel amazing, and feel good about yourself, and you can show as the best version of yourself. Keep it up training. Everyone else, support each other. I'm so proud of you guys, especially for those who recently leveled up as well. Now, let's get into today's training. So, as you know, in life, we are bombarded with important events, important things that happen, and we need to perform at our best, whether it be in training, whether it be in work, whether it be in social life. We always want to show up as our best, but it's always difficult because you can learn about different things. You can read books about how to stay calm, and meditate and think positive and all these things. But when it's crunch time, when game time, when the event comes, you're thinking, so I got this, just deep breath, I've got this, stay calm, think positive, you got this. But then what's happening inside? Think about it. what's really happening inside is your mind saying, no, you don't have this. You're going to screw up. Too bad you don't have this, right? So today I want to show you a couple of things on how you to manage these thoughts and show the psychology behind it. And I want to show you 4 tips on how to overcome it. So the next important event that you have, you can be at your best and be invincible, right? What gave me this idea to do this talk today was we recently had our level up. And obviously a lot of people tend to get nervous before a level up. But one particular member, David came up to me. So he's all registered, he's ready to go. But he said to me, literally about 5 minutes before level up, he says, hey, Alan, I don't think I want to grade. I don't think I should grade. I'm very nervous and I don't think I can do it. And so with that, I said to David, so I want you to think into yourself, this fear that you're feeling, where is it coming from? Is it the fear that you're going to get injured? Or is it more of a fear that you might fail or you might not perform well? And David took some time and thought about it, and he says, oh, well, it's more so the latter. It's more so the fear of failure. It's more so the fear of not doing well, and also the fear of not believing in himself. And I said to David, man, you just got to face it. The part of the hero's journey. If you look at every movie, every hero's journey, right before when the hero faces the ultimate test, for example, at the cave, facing the dragon, facing a lion, there is fear. But once you face it, once you go through, you realize that fear was tiny, and you've got it. Okay, so as long as the fear is not coming from a standpoint of you're going to get injured, you're going to risk yourself in something that's stupid or dangerous, obviously don't do that. But if it's a fear that you've got it, it's just that your mind's playing tricks on you, then you need to move forward and do it. And with that, David, he killed it. He killed the level up. He did so well, and he leveled up. So it gave me this idea to do this talk today. To talk about the psychology behind this, so it helps everyone understand how to overcome important events. So where do these come from, right? So I want to show you this formula. It is this: performance, okay, equals your potential. Okay, so your performance means your success or your results. You want to do well. Potential means that you have the ability to do it, provided you've done the preparation, provided you've done the training, provided you've done what it takes to do well. So I'm not saying rock up to your grading without no training at all, or rock up to your meeting and there's no preparation at all. Have some kind of preparation. Know that you've got this to be able to perform, but then we need to minus what we call interference. Okay, we need to minus interference. Now, what is interference? Interference, there are 2 things about interference. Number 1, fear, right? The fear of the future. You're thinking about something that hasn't even happened yet, so fear, right? And the second one is what we call internal conflicts. And this is the biggest problem here. And this is what I want to talk about. This is why you can think positive thinking. You can say to yourself, I'm going to take deep breaths. You got this. Don't worry. Try to calm yourself down. But in the back of your head, you're still screwing yourself up. Internal conflicts is you saying, I want to work out. I want to get better. I want to get stronger. I want to improve myself. But at the same time, you're also saying, I also feel like sleeping in today. I also feel like hanging out with my friends and watching Netflix. That's internal conflict. Internal conflict means you're conscious, you want to do something, you want something, you want to move forward, you want to achieve something amazing, but there's also this other side of you that's battling that, right? Because as human beings, we have, let me show you this. You have your conscious mind, you have 2 minds. You have the conscious mind and your subconscious mind, or your unconscious mind, right? Now, your conscious mind is what determines your decision making or your thoughts. So you can control your thoughts, you can control your decisions, you can control everything, your conscious mind. You're listening to me right now, this is your conscious mind, okay? Your subconscious mind deals with everything else. Your subconscious mind deals with emotions, okay? And things that are automatic. Now, for example, your subconscious mind deals with you dreaming, your subconscious mind deals with your heart beating. So for example, if you're staying on top of a high building and you're looking down, your heart races, you can't control that. Your palms get sweaty, you get scared, that's your subconscious mind. So for example, let's say you're about to shoot a basketball, right? And you need to get it in. Your conscious mind could be saying, all right, breathe, you got this, you're gonna make it in, you've been practicing so many times, you can get this in. Your subconscious mind saying, you're gonna miss, you're gonna miss, you're gonna miss, right? We gotta control this, but it's very difficult to control it. So what we need to do is we need to bridge the gap between the subconscious and the conscious, because what's happening is this is always influencing this, no matter what you control. So we need to synchronize these two in a way that we want to. But here's the biggest problem. Any experience you've had in your whole life, young all the way up to now, okay? Every failure you've had, every failure that you've seen in people, everything that you've read gets stored into what we call a belief, okay? And it's almost like, think of it like, it's like installing a code into your computer. Like this is your computer, your subconscious mind. Everything you see, everything you read, even stuff that you may not even be aware of, it's being downloaded into your computer and it's being stored in your computer. And then it gets triggered at different events. I'll give you an example. Let's say when you were younger and you love to sing and you sing everywhere you went, or you go to school, you learn your school song, you go home, you sing all day long. I know I used to do that. But then something happens. Now as an adult, when someone asks you to sing, you're like, no, I don't want to do that. It's embarrassing, right? So something happened when you were younger. Maybe someone laughed at you one time when you were singing, or maybe you sang out randomly and people looked at you funny. What happened is that caused a belief to be installed in your subconscious mind without you even knowing, and that's causing your behavior as you get older, you don't want to sing. So as you can see, the experiences you have throughout your life forms your beliefs, and your beliefs forms your results. And so when you believe something so much, and science has proven this, it affects everything. I'll give you an example. They did a study many years ago. They got a group of people with stomach ulcers, and they got group A and group B. They got two groups, roughly about 30 people each. They did a test, right? They got group A, group B. They did a test, and what they did was they said to group A, they said, all right, we've got this pill, right? And this pill we've tested it over and over and over. It gets results. It's going to be the latest innovation. It's going to fully cure your stomach ulcers. So they gave it to group A. And then group A took the pill for about 6 weeks and then came back and got the results. They went to group B, same thing. They said to group B, now, we've got this pill. However, this pill, we're not sure if it works or not. It's still in testing phase. And so they gave it to group B, 6 weeks, and then come back. So with group A, they had certainty that they were going to get results, okay? When 6 weeks, group A came back, 75% recovered. Pretty good. Group B, the ones that were unsure about the pill, it was a testing pill, that they were told there was a testing pill, only 20% of them recovered. Now the interesting thing is, both groups were given the exact same pill. What's even more interesting is that the pill was what's called a sugar pill, which means it's got nothing in it. So with this sugar pill, how can A get 75% recovery and B get 20%, right? So that's what we call, or science, we call it the placebo effect. So that's the power of your beliefs. What's even worse about beliefs is not just about a matter of changing one small belief and then you'll perform at your best. Changing how you feel about your performance in grading, or changing how you feel about your job interview or your meeting or your dates, changing that and then you'll be fine. It doesn't work that way. It's a little bit more complicated than that. Your beliefs actually work almost like a tangled web, right? This tangle of codes and it's almost like a virus that's all over in your subconscious mind. So you can't really get rid of one and you'll be fine. You've got to dig really deep to do that. So what can you do? You have this important event coming up, you need to perform well, and you've got all these beliefs that's tangled up within your subconscious mind ever since you're young, and now what can you do? I've spent the last many years studying so many different peak performance strategies from top experts, psychologists, from athletes, CEOs, figuring out what do they do, how can they tap into the zone, how can they perform at their best and in any given moments. So I'm going to give you a quick 4-step process and 4 tips on what to do when you have that important event coming up to overcome that anxiety or the fear of failure and then perform at your best. So here we go. these 4 tips is not something you do once and then that's it, and then you magically get rid of your beliefs. It doesn't work that way. These are habits I want you to instill in yourself and do all the time, okay? So 4 things I want you to do. Number 1 is, the very first thing is accept yourself. You'll hear me say this quite often in a lot of our videos. You are the most important person in your life. Like no one, no circumstance, no events, no one out there is more important than you. Once you learn that, once you accept that, you can perform on a high level. Because what oftentimes we don't perform at our best because we make something bigger than us, right? You make the competition bigger than you are. You think that they're better than you, think that they're going to beat you. You go to a meeting and you think, oh, you know, they have more power than I do. You go to, you're on a date and you think that person is more high value than you are, right? So once you accept yourself, you are the most important person. That straight away gives you the edge. How to accept yourself? We've covered in other videos before, but best thing, wake up in the morning and write down 3 things that you're proud of yourself for. And this is, you can call it affirmations, you can call it whatever, but I call it mirror work. Look in the mirror and then say 3 things that you love about yourself, or 3 things you're proud of yourself. For example, I look in the mirror and say, Alan, I'm proud of you for working so hard. Alan, I'm proud of you for no matter how tired you are, beaten, bruised, no matter no energy, you still get up and do what you need to do, right? What are you proud of yourself for? So sometimes we don't give ourselves credit, and then we're always lowering ourselves. And so we make people, make the world, we make events bigger than we are. So first step is accept yourself, okay? Then, now, second step is I want you to question your beliefs or your thoughts. If you're thinking, oh my God, I'm going to screw up, I'm not going to do well, this is so scary, question. Ask yourself, what is the worst case scenario? What is the worst that can happen? If you screw up your grading, what's the worst that can happen? If you screw up in this competition, what's the worst that can happen? If you miss out on this meeting, you don't get the deal that you want, what's the worst that can happen? If you screw up in that date, what's the worst that can happen? Identify in your head first. Once you're clear, once you know the outcome, this is the worst that can happen, it's all right. For example, when I teach someone a backflip, oftentimes, if I can see that person's really down themselves, they're really scared, we have a crash mat, I tell them, hey, just jump back, just lie back, fall onto the mats, that's the worst that can happen, right? So then once you do that, your subconscious feels safer. It's like, okay, that's the worst that can happen, I'm okay with that, all right? Then, step 3 is imagine. Now, imagine the best case scenario. Imagine the best thing that can happen. If your wildest dreams came true, what would happen? If you had your grading and you aced it, you had a tournament, you won. You had a meeting, you got the best result possible. You had a date, it was the best date ever. Imagine the best thing, right? Visualize it, see it, feel it. Because then what that does is it imprints onto your subconscious mind that belief, and it improves how you feel. Then the last thing I need you to do, number 4, is prepare. If you are nervous about that event right now, let's say the event is tomorrow or next week, it's in the future, if you are, or 10 minutes from now, if you are worried about the upcoming events, think about right now, there's nothing you can do about it except prepare, you know? The best way to give you confidence is to prepare. Do something right now. You know, mentally rehearse, physically rehearse, do whatever you need to do to be prepared so you can ace yourself. Because I want to give you all these tips. It's not just about being airy-fairy and say, oh, positive thinking, I've got this, and remove your beliefs, and you don't have the preparation to back it up. You have to have the preparation to back it up. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps you guys not only in your training, in your grading, and also in your life. So as I said, as Invincible, we're not just about training, but it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle of performing at your best in everything you do, because in that way you can inspire people, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Comment down below what was your biggest takeaway. Let me know also what other questions you might have, because together, we rise together, we inspire together, Invincible's life. I'll see you in the next video.